Hi, everyone. I'm Tim Wilson, co-host of the Digital Analytics Power Hour and Senior Director of Analytics at Search Discovery and overall analytics curmudgeon. And I just thought I'd have a hot take. Well, it's not really a hot take. It's kind of a perpetually simmering take on a couple things about spreadsheets and spreadsheet defaults. And I thought I'd maybe share them with you. Really, I'm going to only hit two things here. And they both are things that bug me every time I see them. And the challenge is that they're defaults in both Excel and Google Sheets. And maybe with this video, brief little video, I'll change a few minds. This will start annoying some of you guys, and you'll start addressing them as well when you make spreadsheets. So I've just got a basic Google Sheet here. And you know what? I'm going to zoom in a little bit just so we can have a little bigger video to work with. And this can be just about anything, but I'm going to say that this is maybe a project tracker. This is just the Google defaults. And we're going to have the project name, which I'm just going to, for giggles, do project number 1, project number 2, and project number 3. Not project number 2, project number 2, and then 3. And I'm going to put a project description, and to save myself some time, I'm just going to paste these in here. It's kind of a nonsensical, and I'm going to put a target completion. So if I just have this, right, I'm going to start adjusting a few different things. So one thing that I'm probably going to do is change my column widths. That's fine. And then I'm probably going to realize my description's a little long, so I need to wrap it. And here's where we start to get into what really sort of bugs me. And I'm going to go ahead and put in completion dates, and let's just say we're going to make them a month apart, do a month apart, and we'll start to see what's really starting to bug me with these. And it's the bottom justification. And I'm shocked how often I don't really know how they can possibly look at a spreadsheet day in and day out that's got this bottom justification. We as human beings read, or at least in Western civilization, most languages, Western languages, or I guess Germanic and Latin languages, I'm not really a linguistics expert, read from the top of the page. We read left to right and we read down. So it just seems bizarre that we have things bottom justified. So pretty much any time I open a spreadsheet, and I will do this to other people's spreadsheets because usually they don't ever really notice, or they realize that, hey, their spreadsheet just got a little bit better because they made it vertically aligned. Isn't that so much better? I really wish Sheets and Excel would do this automatically. So that's one thing. The second thing is gridlines, and I have actually ranted about this in the past, but gridlines just kind of bother me from a Edward Tufte or from a Stephen Few perspective when it comes to the maximizing the data pixel ratio. No matter what you're doing, that kind of applies. So I tend to just turn off the grid lines, and then what I can do is add a few little grid lines very easily, very light colored, put them just vertically. Maybe I'm actually a lot of times I'm kind of a fan of the inverted headings, changing my colors, but that's sort of the second thing. Turning off grid lines, to me, this is much easier to look at. It keeps your eyes and your brain from having to process a slew of these gray lines that are really just a distraction. So that's it. Vertical alignment of all cells. And yeah, there's other justification and all sorts of other, what should be left or center, what should be wrapped or not. But vertical justification and turn off grid lines, get your own grid lines dropped in there. Life will be just a better and more pleasing visual experience inside of a spreadsheet. So that's it. That's my long simmering take. Hopefully you found it maybe mildly amusing, maybe kind of useful.